Coming up on Inside 50 this week, we catch up with recent debutant Andrew Gaff and we preview the huge game from Adelaide against the Power.
G'day everyone, you're watching Inside 50. It's round 2. Reece Anderson, what a great start to the year.
Mate, great week last week. Inside 50's back and of course we've got the 4 premiership points.
First time we've won round 1 since 2008. We're fired up, we're ready to go. Let's see what's happening around the club. It is always sad kicking off the pulse with the injury news, but unfortunately it is the hot topic around the club at the moment. 2010 club champion and West Coast leading goal kicker Mark McCrath has gone down with an adductor injury set to miss 7 to 10 weeks.
When you see the vision, obviously very innocuous, just a little kick around the body there, no one near him, and I could not believe how quiet Patterson Stadium was after he went down.
Yeah, set to miss 7 to 10 weeks. Hopefully it's going to be the earlier. He's walking around pretty freely at the moment, which is good signs for Mark McCrath. And also Chris Marston, he had his full pre-season in a long time. He's set to miss 6 weeks with a knee injury also. And
blitzed apparently, you got to feel for these guys at this time of year. They've put in all this work over pre-season and then to have it kind of taken away in half a footy, it's pretty devastating.
Especially for Chris Marston, he's missed 6 weeks in the middle of last year with a knee complaint. 2 games in 09 and half the season in 08 for groin, so it's going to be great when he gets his body right, but he needs that experience on the park, doesn't he?
Exactly.
Moving on, Eagle Vision, bit of a hit Sunday, wasn't it?
Mate, very good ratings. So we actually had 3 debuts last week, Jack Darling, Andrew Gaff and Eagle Vision. So make sure you tune in, it's on again.
This Sunday at 3 p.m?
Yes, so don't miss out.
It's an absolute gem. There's some corker segments coming up. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. Now, there was a debut happening on Sunday that you have mentioned with Andrew Gaff. He was actually named as the Triple O, the emergency, and because of Pat McGinnity's foot complaint, he did get the call-up. Played as the sub and did very well. We're all back in Gaffy in.
Yeah, love Gaffy.
Yeah, absolutely. But how's this for his first attempt at coming near the ball? Talk about unlucky. Aaron Edwards coming in, steaming in, and just gives him a little hit there just to say welcome to the AFL.
But the aftermath, mate, teammate Will Schofield wasn't going to take that one lying down.
No, dish back some of his own medicine and ninja flip right there over the boundary line. It was great to see. Talk about team camaraderie. I wanted to get a comment from Will about what it's like to sticking up for the young blokes.
No, it wasn't really at all what I was trying to do. No, the situation of the game.
And that's probably all the time we've got for Will at the moment.
Thanks, Will. Look, in Inside 50 tradition, obviously we caught up with Jack Darling last week for his debut. Gaffy, we managed to catch up with him during the week. Fantastic effort by the young fella. Owned that southern wing in the last quarter. Let's see what Andrew had to say.
All right, well, I've got recent debutant Andrew Gaff with me here. Andrew, mate, how exciting was it to play the first game for the club, having the just coming up as a late replacement for the game?
Yeah, it was definitely very exciting for me. I was about to play for South Fremantle on the Saturday afternoon, so when I got a call up that I was in the team, it was a bit of a shock, and I didn't know sort of what to think. But it was once I sort of got my head around it, it was a massive. I was excited for the rest of the day and the rest of all Sunday leading up to the game.
Now, what about being the sub, mate? You're going to go down in history as the first ever sub of the West Coast Eagles. How was that? Would you ruin your momentum? Didn't mind coming in with fresh legs?
I think it's good. I think especially for the young guys, they get to come in at sort of a stage where a lot of people are sort of tired in the second half, which I did, I guess. So I've played actually a few times in the NAB Cup and stuff, so I reckon I'm probably the most sub player at the moment in the AFL. So that's a good stat to have, I guess. But no, it's good. I can't complain.
And what about winning the first game? Obviously getting off to a perfect start. Having about 4 tonnes of Powerade poured in your face too would have felt pretty great. But in all seriousness, just great to get on that winning roll and get the confidence building early.
It's an experience I'll never forget, and hair was pretty sticky, I think, for a few days. It was definitely great to come in when I did, and we need to, after a bad year last year, we need to make amends for it pretty quickly, and I think the win on the weekend is one step towards that, but we've got to back up this week against Port Adelaide.
Well, I'm sure Scotty Burns would have given you a few instructions before you ran out. I don't know if they would have registered with the excitement, but what are some of the things that you remember him telling you before the game?
Oh, I just said pretty much just to play a natural game, keep it pretty simple. Didn't want me to sort of have heaps of thoughts sort of in my mind, just to play a normal game and play how I play, like I have last year in the NAB Cup game so far.
Beautiful. Well, also we have to harp on probably Aaron Edwards dishing out his bump. I think that was the first time you came close to the ball as well. Surely the aim now is just to hit the gym for the next 5 years and just dish some punishment back. Is that something you're going to put on the list?
Yeah, look, I'd like to thank Coxie for the hospital hand pass. Just got, like, young kid, first time he really got near it, facing away from goal, just got absolutely cleaned up. And actually, the only thing that hurt was more the burn from the synthetic grass right near the bench. So that's a memory I'll never forget. But oh yeah, what can you do? Those things happen.
Well done, mate. Well, 14 touches and 4 marks in the debut for half a game was brilliant. So all the best this weekend against Port.
Oh, thanks, Thumper. Thanks, guys.
I hope you're all as pumped as we are for the game happening on Saturday, 12:10 p.m. at Amy Stadium. And Reece, give me the team.
Let's get to the teams now. Obviously, we've already touched on the outs of Marston and LaCroix. The other unlucky bloke would be Ashton Hams. He's been omitted. Coming into the side, Nick Natanui and Pat McGinnity, both named last week. Late changes. The other big in, D. Kerr, back.
Kerr is back. After ripping the hamstring and tendon right off the bone, he has returned since round 4 of last season. So he's been itching to get back in this West Coast jumper. Been playing. He played a couple of good games for East Freo.
Yes.
First 2 games ever of East Fremantle, as we've touched on.
Big debut for them.
It's interesting what they're going to do with him. Whether they are going to play him as the sub, like everyone is sort of hinting at. Or whether, a lot of people are saying it's like for like with LaCroix, but he's not really a lead-up type forward. I'm sure you could stick him in the forward 50, he'd crumb pretty well.
Yeah, I agree with that, but mate, one thing we can agree on, that he just adds a bit of touch of class and a bit of experience to the team.
Yeah, that's true. I'm really looking forward to seeing how he goes. Obviously, the last time we went to Amy Stadium was when we went down by a point.
Coxie's 200th last year.
Yeah, a bit sad. Went down by a point in the dying seconds. Just couldn't rush that last behind where we trapped it in the 50. Let's hope that we can get over the line this time.
Different result.
You know the last time we won at Amy Stadium?
Mate, I think I was in high school still.
I think I was in nappies.
Yeah, it was
tough primary school for me.
Round 11, 1998 was the last time we beat Port Adelaide in Adelaide.
Not a great stat there, but obviously looking to reverse that. Just touching on the North Melbourne game, geez, it was gutsy, having just 2 fit players on the bench. I know having the sub rule probably helped us in the end, that it wasn't 2 to 4 fit players. It was more 2 to 3, but it was a great effort. The big man Dean Cox had a brilliant game.
Huge game.
I mean, despite not really having a ruck opponent, he just ran everyone off their feet for 29 touches and 29 smack outs from the middle of the ground.
Great dream team numbers.
And a couple of goals. Martin Nikoski.
Mate, Martin Nikoski played as a forward and found the goals. He 2-5, but you're having 7 shots at goal. That's not bad.
Absolutely, and he just had a good pre-season. I thought he was unlucky to miss out on the first game, but he was the replacement for Nick Natanui. I'd say he cemented his spot for a little bit. He had 8 inside 50s. That's a lot. And that piercing left foot, that is just deadly, and it's going to be tough for opposition to really counteract him, I'd say.
And he's a good Subi boy, Nico.
And that's all the time we have for this week, unfortunately. Tune in same time next week. Make sure to check out the 24th memory in the 25 and 25 countdown. It's being put on the web this afternoon. Don't miss out. This afternoon, 24.
And if you want to attend the West Coast Eagles Derby lunch, tickets are on sale now. You can either go to the West Coast Eagles website or call the club. That's the Friday prior to the Round 8 Derby. 13th of May, PCEC, get along.
Get the Derby fever. Eagle Vision this Sunday, 3 p.m.
Don't forget.
And we'll leave you with the top 3 plays.
Thanks for coming inside 50.
Now, although neither of them ended up in hospital, Beau Waters and Adam Selwood's courage backing back into contests, geez, this is just magnificent to watch.
Number 2 this week is from the debutant Jack Darling with this great chase and tackle inside 50. Which led to the young fella's first AFL goal. Great stuff, Jack.
Martin Nikoski unlucky to miss out on a play, but Scott Selwood gets the handball. Luke Shuey goes in for the hard ball. He gets the kick. Look at the time remaining. This is composure from a bloke that's only played 5 games of AFL football, but he's got a piercing right foot, and he slots that from outside 50. West Coast home in a thriller.